Good evening, John. How are you?
Good evening. How are you, guys? Right?
Yes, fine, thank you. How is everybody out there?
Everybody okay?
Nobody's joined yet, but we got 5 watchers. They'll be a bit
Oh, there we
slowish.
are.
They'll be on here now. Let me see if I can get the screen share up for you. I'm just going to get the thing to share. If I can find it. Where the hell's that gone now? It's a little bit slow tonight, this is.
So I see you got you got scaffolding outside your house, guy. What's going on here?
Painting. I got the ex-girlfriend up there.
Oh,
So,
there we are.
She's getting good at it now, but last night it was a bit wet, and it started raining.
You had her up there last night?
Yeah, well, till 12, see? For her to finish off, see, no point coming down, is it? I took the ladder away so she couldn't come down, right? Yeah. So I said, finish off up there now, because you've got the inside tomorrow. She's been inside today, see, painting.
Well, what I would have done, right, is waited until it started raining outside. When it's lovely, get her inside.
Yeah, well...
That's something to do.
She done it all anyway, fair play to her. But she didn't take the scaffolding down.
Oh, that's a bit slack, that is, see?
She hasn't been trained enough yet, see?
No. Danielle and it is Free and Shalom, look.
Yes, all 3 in, look. Very early.
Hey.
Oh, John, you're having problems there. 50p in the meter, John. You've locked now. Yep, he's back.
Is that me or you?
You.
Right, so it's going.
Okay. There we are, he's back again.
Right, that should be all right.
There we are. Internet plays up all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah, terrible.
So, what have you been up to this week, John?
So I seen Fee today. I said she got me my onions there and my vinegar to do my pickles.
Yeah.
Yeah, and perhaps easier as well. I tell you what I'm looking for, guy.
Yeah.
Is some nice, good quality jars, right? Now, what I'd love to have, what's it called? That coffee with the fancy jars on it and the lid goes on it.
Oh, I don't know.
I can't remember now. Oh, nearly had it then. But anyway, I'm after some jars for my pickle onions. I can collect mine. I can go around collecting them. If anyone got any, will anyone let me know? I'll be appreciative.
Mr. Reeves, he'll have some jars.
Who's he? Well,
no, he's a friend of mine from America, but it's a bit of a long trip for you.
Well, as long as he's paying for the ticket, right? I don't mind.
I don't know if he will. He's a bit tight with his money, he is.
Oh, is he?
Yes, that's what happens when you get your internet from the car boot sale, look.
You what? Still objecting, no.
Mr. Reeves, I'm never shaving this off. What it is, I'm going to grow it long, and I'm going to send it over to you as a wig. He's losing his hair, see, John.
Is he?
Yeah.
I would. Do you know what, right? If I lost my hair, if I ever lose my hair, Gary, I'm going to cut my right leg off.
Well, that's the only thing to do.
Yeah.
But, Mr. Reeves is he used to have a big, huge American company.
Did he?
Yeah, big video company and like Top Gear, but in America. Really good.
Oh, right. That's why it's an American company, is it? Because it's in America.
It is. That's right. And he's got a lovely looking wife as well, really smart looking wife.
Have you?
Oh, very. Yeah.
But does she darn his socks?
I don't know. Don't know if she goes that.
See now?
He's so rich, he can buy socks every day, new pair every day.
Is he loaded, is he?
Oh, he's super loaded.
Oh, great.
He nearly got as much money as you, John.
That'll take some doing, to tell you the truth, right? I remember, right, in my mansion, and it's, you know, I don't think I've been here now 32 years, and I don't think I've been in every room.
That's that coffee, innit?
Yes, it might not be spelt right, but that's the one. Deweg, but it's called.
America's, yeah.
It's near there, Johnny. It's not quite there. What you gotta do? You gotta go on. You gotta go on a further 500 miles, and you'll get there from there. Second start from the left, and keep going on till the morning.
Hey, look at Johnny Lovejet. Oh, his photograph has come up now. But it didn't come up earlier. Must be his internet connection. He got cheap internet, see, John?
I think I got cheaper than his.
I don't know. I don't think so. Johnny's one is not working very well.
The thing is, mine isn't cheap, but it don't work.
All right.
I got boosters and everything, and it's still rubbish.
Is it from that company with the big dish thing, is it?
Yeah.
Talk, I got. See, it's good. Everybody says it's rubbish, but
Virgin has phoned me this week, and they are willing to pay my you know, you gotta give Sky a certain amount of money to cut the contract. Well, they've offered to pay all that for me, so I am seriously thinking of going back to Virgin, you know, because their internet's supposed to be the best.
Yeah, it's very fast. And
well, genuinely, Gary, it's fast. I'm not bothered about. It's working. It's a ticket for me.
Yeah. Lee Hill was saying that America's not all what it was cracked up to be.
Well, no, we've all heard stories lately. I tell you what would be horrific out there when you think about it, right? Is see, you know, really what's happened to me. Like, you know, you get a very bad accident, whatever, then you get a very bad disease on top of that, right? And the next thing you know, you're not haven't got the medical insurance, and they will not treat you. Did you know? I'm flabbergasted at this, right? I'm on these amputee sites, of course, right? Because you know, obviously I'm amputee. If I can help anyone at all, I will, right? In America, if you haven't got the right insurance, and they don't tell you until the accident happens, right? If you haven't got the right insurance, they don't give you a leg.
Good God.
So basically, you're in a wheelchair, and you know, or crutches, and you gotta get about by hopping. You know, be all right using crutches hopping, if you know what I mean. And that's all because you've got the wrong insurance and you didn't read them. But nobody expects to lose a limb, do they? If you know, you know, they don't.
They don't.
But yeah, you know, it's like well, what do you say? It's like the draw, really, like, you know. But they say it is the land of the free, and it's you know, the greatest country on earth, something like that, right? But if you're on the wrong side of the tracks, you've had it out there.
Yeah, it's sad, isn't it?
We're
lucky. We're really lucky to have the National Health Service, aren't we? Thank God.
We are. But I've often thought, right? We don't spend as much, right, as other countries. You have a look into it, right? We don't spend as much as quite a lot of the countries on our medical stuff. Now, I know the NHS is good, so I don't want people now saying to me, "Oh, you don't think the NHS is good," because I do. But if it is that good, why don't other countries copy us?
Yeah.
I've often thought that, you know.
I don't think they can. It's such a lot of infrastructure to build up in it, the NHS. It's really hard to build it up.
I haven't got a clue, mate. I don't know.
That's the only thing I can think of. It take years and years to build up all the doctors, the surgeries, the hospitals.
But
Connect.
they gotta be there now, haven't they? With whatever they've got, you know, whatever system they got.
Yeah.
They don't have like nobody's copied the NHS strategy then, whatever, you know. That's around. But it is. I think it is, a brilliant institution because before, and I know people were so much poorer before, but they wouldn't go and see a doctor, you know, they'd have to go and see, you know, I don't know, Mrs. Williams on the road and things like this, like, you know.
Well, it's 170.
Oh, right, of their own version of the NHS. Right, sorry, mate. I didn't realize that. I thought we were like the only ones to have it, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, when I went to Turkey, I had insurance, health insurance, and things like that, right? But again, with all the with all the small print and things like that, right? I crushed my finger, if you remember, right? And I don't know, all the insides of my finger was coming out and things like that. Horrible it was, right? So anyway, I had to pay for the treatment myself. Now I had X-rays. I had X-rays. They cleaned it all out with the nurses like that. A consultant come to see it, and a consultant stitched it up. In this country, that would have been astronomical, right? £100 all in, everything.
Good God, that's cheap, isn't it?
Yeah, but with the bloke I was with in Turkey, they were disgusted because that hospital was charging me money. But he said, like, if we was in your country, they wouldn't charge you anything if he was on holiday. No, I said, I understand that, but it would have cost, it would have cost a hell of a lot more because they reckon a GP's appointment is worth about £200, has it been?
Yeah, well, definitely.
But here we are.
Good evening to Sonny. She says that the NHS will go private at some point.
And I just noticed Dan S in then as well.
Yeah, Dan is in from London there. Yeah, so
Johnny, I haven't ignored you, Johnny. I can't reply on you, but that would be absolutely brilliant, and I'll definitely reply to you later on this evening. Right? Thank you, Johnny.
Brilliant.
Right, so, I think we'll do a first scratch card a minute, huh?
Okay, carry on.
Right. So the the question. I'll think about it now. Right. The question I'm going to ask you tonight, right, is they're all going to be easy, right? I mean, you can go and argue about what books of the Bible. So what I want you to do is name me 2 books of the New Testament, just any 2, and I'll know if I know them all. So if you could just put up, I can't see a manga, right? That just put up 2 books of the New Testament, please, and that's the first question. First one to write it up. Anyone answering that? Gary, is nobody answering, is it? The New Testament, Dan, yes, that's the Old Testament. That's the Old Testament, Shalom. Yes, Danielle, there's 2. That's it. I'll do Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. There's and Revelations, and that's the book of the New Testament. Right, Danielle, pick number 1 to 5.
Number 4.
What you pick 4?
Yeah.
Right. There's number 4. Right, you are. And what we're going to do with that is these are a bit lower prize money, right? So 30, anything over £30, we split with the winners.
There we are.
Right, believe it or not, I gotta go and put the light on. Right. There we are. Sorry about that, everybody. So this one is, right, if the coins add up to over £1, win the prize.
Good God. What's on there? He's knocked himself off. No, awful boy, isn't he? Awful man. Where has he gone? Oh, there he comes back. Good God.
Yes, yeah. Sorry, mate. I'm a bit of a mess tonight. There's 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 pence. That one is, right? So it didn't hold up to £1.
Yeah.
Sorry about that, right? The second question I have for you is, could you name me, in Great Britain, indigenous to Great Britain, can you name me 3 rodents that are indigenous to Great Britain? Quite easy questions tonight.
Yeah. Three rodents. John?
Anyone?
Yeah. Rat
3 rat, squirrel, yeah.
and a mouse.
Yep, that's right. What number 1 to 4 now, Patsy, please? What we got?
Nothing yet.
You did have them right. Yep, number 4. Right. So it's this one here. And again, just to show you all that it's not been opened. Right then. So what's that, 30? £90 for £5, unlucky. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, and 20, 40, 50, 60, 70. So that's no good there. So do you want to have a little chat about and show you a few of your things, Gary, a minute to
Yeah. We'll have a look at them now, is it?
yes, have a look at some things.
So John makes bird baths, right? So here's one of them.
Oh, lovely,
nice,
man.
Nice robin in there, right? Another photograph. So anybody wants a bird bath for Christmas present, get in contact with John on Facebook. But the bird bath that I like, right, that I want, is this bird bath. John, can you get me one of them?
I can have a try. You know, I can have a try. But
they're not from Taibaco town. That's the only thing.
I just say they would have to be for tiny back, see?
I don't want one of them.
And I'd have to have a bigger bath.
Yeah. But if you can get me one, I'll have one for Christmas.
Right.
The other thing is then a little dog, little poodle, I think it was, bit into a printer cartridge. You know the little printer cartridges? And what happened to him? So yes, he's looking a bit dyed, no?
Oh, he's awful. He's a bit bluey, isn't he?
He's looking a bit blue, isn't he? But you know, you can't get it off. See, it's permanent ink. So another thing, a woman was moving a house. She moved into a new house, and as you do, you look through the cupboards, you know, the first time, and she found a heart valve. Somebody had left a heart valve in the new house. And another person moved into another house. They found some acid that could kill you, you know. So
arsenic, was it?
Arsenic, yeah. So these things are left behind by people. They're nuts, man. And today I was up in town, in Port Talbot, and Netflix were up there filming for the A-list. There's a couple of the actors that couldn't really make out what the hell they were doing. And there's a boom camera there and a dolly and all the rest of it. And they were all filming up there and doing the COVID. So yeah, it was quite good.
That was just after I seen you, was it, over there?
Just before you see me.
Just before, right? Oh, I got you.
So yeah.
So can you imagine coming home and seeing that dog by there? I bet she's heartbroken, isn't it?
And the mess all over the floor, innit?
Oh yeah. Do. See, a mate of mine, right, moved into a house, and they had this, like under the stairs thing, but like by under the stairs now, has got a door and everything, right?
Mm.
Now his was bricked up. It's all brick, no door in it at all, right? And he wondered why, right? And so in the end, he said, right, I got to. And so he took the bricks out, and there was a safe in there.
Good gosh, never.
Yeah, there's a safe in there, right? But they opened it up, and he managed to open it up, and there was nothing in there at all. But why would you do that, didn't it?
It's mad, isn't it? Must have been something in there in the past.
Can you imagine now opening that? It's all brick, and so you open it up, see, and you find the safe. You thinking there's something in there now?
Yeah, gold or something, or
yeah, well, in anything.
Flipping out.
Because that would be you wasn't, see, because you bought the house.
Yeah.
I would have thought so anyway.
But imagine if you couldn't get into the safe.
I'd have got into it. Yeah, I did.
How?
I'd have asked that Fiona to take me up in an aeroplane and chucked it out.
Yeah, she haven't got an aeroplane or something with that. Yeah.
Oh, he's great, fair play.
His jokes are terrible, aren't they?
But I actually believe, I think they meant to be Sega.
Yeah.
But some of them actually do make you laugh. Like some of them do.
They make me cringe.
Yeah, but some of them do. Fair play. But he come up with some crackers this week. In fairness to him, some real good ones. But yeah, but do you see? Is it that's the I'm a Celebrity is up in Wales this week, isn't it?
I've seen it.
I do watch it a bit, but can you imagine, going up there and would you be able to eat like slugs and things like that, and like camel's penis and things like that, like?
No, I don't think so. Could you eat? Well, I couldn't eat a slug. I could not eat one of them. Right
now, but think of this, right? Oh, you are. We just want to do ghost stories and the dog's barking again. Ollie, all right. I don't know what's happening there.
Oh.
Ollie.
You don't like Johnny's jokes? That's the problem.
Yeah, I know why. You're a good boy. Aye, so, but don't forget now, it's like you're on about, I don't know, from £30,000 to 500 for that much money.
Yeah.
Would you do it? You do it for £30,000? Eat a slug? Of course you would. Gary, I'd eat a slug for £50.
I'll bring one round after.
Okay, bring me a £50 note.
Oh. I couldn't watch you do it. Oh.
I would eat that, right? 50 quid, no bother at all.
Oh God, no. There we are, everybody. We'll all club together now, right? Get 50 quid to video John eating a slug. Right? We'll all chip in, right?
All right.
And we can video you eating a live slug. Hey,
wait now.
Wait, what?
I know the word live has come into it now.
Well, a slug's a slug. It's got to be alive, haven't it?
Well, you eat cows. They're not alive when you eat them.
Yeah, but we didn't say it wasn't going to be alive, did we?
No, quite right.
So there we are. We'll have to all chip in, right? And then Christmas time, then we'll have John's slug eating video.
Yeah. Do yourselves a favour, though. Don't send the money in first. Right? Don't send it in the Gary just yet. Because there might be a few things that I won't be doing. I'm not sure yet. They'll have to work out what I'm allowed to do.
Well, you're going to eat it. Chew it up.
Am I allowed to put salt and pepper on it?
No, that would hurt the slug.
This was kept on loose. See?
Johnny's cut and paste in, yes.
No, you don't cut and paste, I bet.
I tell you. So anyway, you can't put anything on it, and we got to look for the biggest Do you know the one with the orange things on the
No,
outside?
we did it now. It's gone from, right, being a live one.
Yeah, it will be live.
I can't have nothing on it. So you want the biggest one as well now?
Yeah. Well, have you seen them fat ones with the orange? The slugs.
Yeah, no, I know which ones you mean.
One of them. Like
Now
a big whelk. Like a big whelk.
Yeah. Well, the money will have to go up now, when.
No. I think it'd be good. Or you better still, you could do it for charity.
All I gotta do, right, is close my eyes and pretend I'm kissing someone with bronchitis. That's all.
Oh,
And then think.
Oh.
That's all I gotta think of. See it? I know, Sonny. That's what I was trying to do. If I was to put salt in it, it would bubble up and it gets smaller.
Oh, Chavina.
See, Brian, he typed that out from his Brian.
I know, look. Oh.
So there we are. Right, should we go to card number 3?
Okay, yeah.
Right, so this question is... I'm just having a quick think of this one a minute, guy. I'd like you to name me 3 types of birds that you could find in your garden. And I mean, nature birds, proper birds now. So it was, like I said, easy quiz.
3 feathered variety birds.
Yes, but obviously you say eagle, it's not going to be, because you won't see one in your garden, will you?
No. 3 birds, go on. Easy question.
Easy peasy. And as you can tell, I just had to think of that one. I'm not very well prepared on my questions.
Yep. Danielle, Robin, Sparrow, Magpie. Correct.
Yeah, that's all right. That'll do. Right, 1, 2, or 3, Dan. Quick as you can. What do you say? Parakeet?
Yeah, they have got them in London.
Right. Have they? In the garden?
Yeah. Yeah. Got them in Surrey, flying around everywhere.
Good God.
Yeah. Bonkers this.
Yeah.
Right, Danielle.
I don't know about number 1. Right, Ed is done. Well, I don't know about parakeets a bit, but I know, like, most of the girls up in Taibach have had a cockatoo, huh?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if they've had them.
Yeah. Right then. So Danielle, as it says, and we doing card number 1. Very hard to see these. The first one, right, is for £100.
Mm.
And I gotta get over £1 in coins. You can't see the bloody things.
Oh.
50, 60, 70, 80. Oh, unlucky, Dan. 80 pence worth of coins there. Whoop, £50 prize. $50, $60, $70, $80, $90. Oh, 90 pence. Now, don't forget now, right? It says here, I've just read it over, and in big capital letters, it says over. In a game, if the coins add up to over £1, then you win that prize. So if they add up to £1, nothing.
Not good. Oh.
Right, last one now for Danielle on this card number 1 that she picked. And if she wins this one, this goes to the house because it's £10. 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. No, unlucky, Dan. Right,
Oh, there we are.
Need another subject to talk about now, guy, because we talked about I'm a Celebrity, but we haven't watched last night yet, and obviously tonight's is on now, but we will on catch up. We don't like it, really, that.
I have watched it, but it's all the stuff they got to eat, eyeballs and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they when you do act, they do act about twice. I think they've done that now, man. So it's all gone. But what is bad in it, they eat these eyeballs like that, right? And when you can hear them popping, see?
Yeah.
Like that, and all the liquid, I don't like that too much.
No, I don't like it at all.
Honest to God, right, I think as long as they won't make you ill, right, that's what I'd have to look into, right? Would a slug make you ill? I think I'd rather eat a slug than I would an eyeball.
Yeah. Well, I've had snails, right? I've had snails, cooked ones in garlic sauce, and they were lovely.
Yeah, I know what, but come on.
Escargots.
Escargots, it's all.
Yeah, they're lovely, they were. Good evening to Keisha Walters. She's looking in.
Hey, Keisha. How are you, lad? We got I was on a boat, fishing a boat, right? And I'll never lie what I caught. My mate right next to me caught an octopus.
Yeah.
And we was thinking of taking it with us, to cook it. But you won't believe, it's probably the size of my fist, right?
Aye.
Where am I? Right? Probably the size of my fist, right? And then it had tentacles coming off. So it wasn't huge. But
But they have testicles coming off.
Tentacles.
Oh, right. I couldn't hear that then.
They sort of years out. They went to it.
Oh, Christ, I thought, I can imagine this thing without...
Right?
Yeah.
You get them tentacles, right? You get them on your arm. No, you won't get them off.
No?
No, they like... Oh, unbelievably strong suckers here.
Good gosh.
Yeah.
How do you get them off then? Put a cigarette in them.
You won't hurt them. You gotta let him get off you, basically.
Oh. They are very...
They pull you off otherwise. So you pull the tentacles off. You do it otherwise. So you let them get off you like that, right? Right. And then you just chuck him overboard. Then he's no good to nobody, is he? Going to kill him in the end.
No, they're very intelligent.
Yeah. Are they?
Very intelligent octopuses are. Yeah. You could have asked them any of them questions, right? About the Bibles, they would have had it right. Rather than that lot out there.
Well, they can't be that right, but they ate something that was on the end of a hook.
How are they starving, see?
Are they?
Yeah. There's no takeaways in the ocean, John.
No, nothing, I don't suppose.
They got to get what they can.
You did right, die.
Anyway.
I bet there's some fish fingers down there.
Fish fingers, yeah. And tentacles.
Yeah.
Tentacles. Anyway, do you know when you go on holiday?
Yeah.
And you stop in a motel and you're trying to fall off asleep, and you're going to count sheep,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a hotel chain in the UK, Premier Inn, have put all these sheep now on the wallpaper so you can count the sheep and fall asleep. Isn't that nice?
That would do my head in.
How was that?
Well, look at these little cartoons, man.
Hey, Kyle would be happy.
He'd be over the moon, Kyle would.
He'd be counting them like anything. I'm trying to make dates.
Yeah, you did right. He would. He'd work out numbers, eh? All right. Specially grown, man. Right, so all them millions of cockroaches and things like that, they breed them. See? Didn't know that, did they?
For the show.
Yeah.
What about the eyeballs? Where did they get them from?
From the eyeball shop.
They're good. See, they see you through the week.
Yeah, or see you through the window. One of the two.
Yeah. So, how many cards are left now then? Only one, is
We
it?
got no, we got 2 cards left, right? There's no expense spared in this show, guy. And let me tell you what for nothing.
I've
Right.
noticed that.
Yeah. We live in Great Britain, and there are primarily 4 countries in Great Britain. Each of them countries has a patron saint. I want you to name me 2 of the 4 patron saints of Great Britain. So it's Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and England.
I didn't know Scotland had a patron saint.
Yes.
Is it?
Certainly. Yeah. Loch Ness.
Oh. Hamish McTavish. Patron saints. Can anybody name up?
That is right, Patsy. David and George.
David and George.
Scotland's one is Andrew.
Up. Andrew. There we are, see?
Here we are. And obviously then we got Patrick for Ireland.
David and George. Michael Clark said.
Michael Clark, David, yes. Good evening, Michael. Right then, Pat's 102 left.
The Irish one is Patrick, look. Paddy, innit?
Yeah, that's right. That's the Irish one. 102, Pats.
Trying to guess now. 1 or 2. Long time, see. The winning one she wants. I think you better pick one for her, John.
Right, I'm going to pick this one by you. Right. The 3 prizes she could win is £1, £5,000, and £1.
Good gosh.
Right. 20, 40, 60, 70, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. And Patsy has won twice on this one. And obviously, as you'll say, it's the 2 £1. So a bit of bad luck for Patsy, but a bit of luck for me and you, Gary. Oh, well, the show, really. So there we are. So, if you keep an eye on it, we might as well do this last one now. As we're on the subject of Great Britain, can you name me two mountains in the whole of Great Britain? Just 2 names of mountains in Great Britain.
There we are.
Keisha, got one of them. Quickly write another one, Keish, lad. Saying that's a park, isn't it? But do we give him that first one? I think we do. It's not a real serious quiz, Gary, is it? So Michael Cloak wins it with he puts Snowdonia, with Snowden it is on Ben Nevis, right? So I'm going to scratch this card off for you, Mike. And anything. Let's have a look what we got here. So we got prize of £5,000, £5 and £2. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 pence that one. 20 plus 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Well, Michael's a winner here, but unfortunately, because it's a fiver, it comes back into the group. 20, 40, 50, 65. Yeah, and so that's a £5 win there. If you can see it. So there we are. Right, Kat.
So the rules are anything over £30, we would share halfway, but anything under 30 goes back into the house.
Yeah, that's right.
To buy more cards or whatever.
Yeah, that's what it'll be. That's what it'll be used for, actually. Patsy, Johnny, I'm not joking. Patsy does that regular. She says she goes on pause and forgets to fast forward it or whatever you do, and she does that quite regularly. She was listening to me last week, right? And I was walking round down here. Finished.
Terrible, yeah.
There you are.
So hey, what are the ghost stories like tonight, John?
Oh, now then, believe it or not, right? I have 5 tonight.
Good Lord.
But I got one quite big one. Oh, there was quite a lot. I don't know what did I got? One quite big one. I've also got I got 3 or 4 small ones, like I said they was going to do, right? But a lot of them this week are from a hospital, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So I am going to read them all tonight. All they'd be different, different ones. But next week is going to be a week of the shadow, the shadow people here, or they called the Hat Man. This, you can look it up. This type of ghost has been seen all over the world. There's been sightings of this all over, and it is real. You know that people have seen this well documented cases of either the Shadow Man, the Hat Man, whatever you want to call it. So I think it's 3 stories I got of that next week, and like I've tried to tell you before, if you try to put yourself in these people's shoes, they must be really scary for them. Me telling you them is interesting,
yeah,
but not as scary as actually living through it. Because we had one story, didn't we, of the thing?
Yeah,
it was very scary at this when you were reading it, but the second time maybe we read it, it wasn't so bad, right? But then I read it again then on my own. But then I put in my mind, I put it that I would be in their shoes, I mean, it must have been terrifying,
Yeah, I haven't heard anything since from that.
No. But I have got somebody has been, what's the right word? Either plagued or blessed by seeing spirits all her life.
Good God.
All her life. Right? So she's in the middle now of writing it out for me. And ask the audience maybe, I don't know whether just for like maybe 4 or 5 weeks, you just want me to read her story out. And it'll take about 4, 5, 6 weeks to read out, or do we do it longer and put other stories in with it? But I'm assured it's a very good, good lot of stories that she's basically been brought up with spirits.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't read it yet, but one way or another, perhaps her mother was into spiritualism. I don't know, but we'll soon find out anyway. Local girl as well, Gar.
Good God.
Yeah.
Scary, isn't it?
Oh yeah, indeed.
She married then?
Yes.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Just in case, I see her on that site, we flick back and forth.
You go on that, dude. You go on that, dude.
Yeah, have a look, innit? What's it called now?
Have a look.
What's it called? Tinder, is it? It's an app and then you got on your phone and you flick.
Yeah. Do you have to pay for that then?
No, not.
Oh.
Only if you want to communicate with them.
Right.
So you can have a look for free. Some of them you've got to go very quick, get them out of the way because they're so ugly.
You might be saying that. You do.
I'm not on there, see. I don't put a face on there.
Oh, right.
See, I got your face. I got your face on there.
Well, if you had my face on there, mate, your phone would be pinging. Your phone would be pinging all day. Yes, it would.
No replies. All gone past.
It would be pinging all day if I was on there, boy.
I know. No. I got George Bond's face on there.
Oh, that would sort you out.
Yeah.
You what? This. I think has happened to this. This lady, Michael, that is right then. This. I'm sure it's a long story. There were what she said to me the last time I spoke to her a couple of weeks ago. Now, she said that I'll have to knock the door because I don't think it'll fit through the letterbox.
Good gosh.
You know what?
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it, actually.
Yeah, so, be nice to listen to it.
Yeah.
Perhaps what we can do, John, is one night, other than the Friday, keep the Friday one going, but have one night just for ghost stories.
Yeah, okay,
From about 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock or something like that.
But what we need, right, we really need a bit of help with these ghost stories coming in. So if it might not have happened to you if your auntie might have had one, your auntie or your mother's next door neighbour's cat have seen something. Just get them into me and I'll read them out. That's all I can promise. But
yeah, brilliant.
If you can all do that, that'll be great.
Good evening to Scrap It Man. He's in.
Good evening, Scrap It Man.
Seen Martin.
Have you been on the show lately, guy?
I was on his father's show. I haven't looked at it. He bought this big. He didn't buy it. He was given a big jack. Don't want one that goes under cars and vans and stuff. But it's a very low jack. And Machine Matt, give it to him because they've seen loads of videos that Martin does. They've said, yeah, give this. It's good as well. Very good jack. Would look very expensive.
Oh, because I can imagine it would be.
So,
right, give me a minute, Gary. I'm going to go over there again. I mean, have a little.
There we are. He's gone for a minute, and I'll have him back, to say the ghost stories at 10 o'clock. So I've been. I am being busy because I broke my finger. Right, it's in a sling there now. I could have had plaster Paris on there, but you can't do anything with plaster Paris. So there we are. Michael's going to send a ghost story in. Anyway, I broke my finger. I had x-rays and all that. He said it's dislocated. We'll have to pull it back in. But what he didn't realise, there was a hairline fracture there. So when they pulled it back in, they're jumping around. They had gas in there, Well, they didn't realise. They sent me a letter then about a week later saying it's actually broke. So young boy, young doctor training. Pulled even worse. So it's in a sling and it's killing. Dan, I tripped over my wallet. No, I didn't. I actually slipped and this thumb landed underneath me. And I couldn't hear a click or anything, but I could feel it bending right back, And it's all bruised up here, up my arm. And it's absolutely killing. And I've had paracetamols and ibuprofen and everything, but it's still killing. But went to the hospital and he thought he was dislocated. Tried to pull it back in, but obviously it was broken. So it was even worse after that. So, but a couple of paracetamols and ibuprofen, and it's okay then after that. I don't drink, otherwise I'd be drinking again. But Mr. Morgan's still away, look. He's getting ready for this ghost stories. There's loads of them tonight. When I was up in Surrey, I used to live in Surrey. Dan lives in London. But I used to live in Surrey in Leatherhead, in a big mansion there. I was a maintenance manager there. And I had a 2-bedroom apartment all to myself. But it was attached to this house, Chirkley Court, it was called. Oh my good Lord. I'd be there by myself. Right, and you start hearing things. All the house was fully alarmed because there's works of art everywhere. But you hear things downstairs and you think, right, it can't be anything down there because the alarm would go off. But you wonder then to yourself, then, well, if there's a ghost, it's not going to set the alarm off, is it? And loads of things were happening all the time up there. And it was really scary. I was there for 18 months on my own in this apartment. And the person that owned it, the Lord Beaverbrook, he said, you can have any parties you want, but look after the artwork, don't. So I had loads of parties. It was great. I used to drink then. Yeah, I used to work up there, security and maintenance manager. All right, let's go back. I think John's back.
Hello, everyone. Excuse me for that.
That's okay.
Yeah, everything's fine. Right,
we're just about ready now. John is in.
Yeah, ready now. Just going to get myself ready.
Right, I'll do the intro and then we'll get into the ghost stories.
Happy Friday, everybody. We here again. This first story is about this young girl who's been messaging. She's had many encounters with the spirit world, and this is the first time that she's written to us. So she's asked if we wouldn't mind to read her first encounter, and she said she was going to wait until daytime to write it, but she said I kept putting it off and everything because she gets so scared. Right. I was 13, and it was the summer right before I started year 8. I was at my cousin's house for a birthday barbecue in Kent. Anyway, my 2 cousins who were closest to my age, Minnie, who was 12, and Faisha, who was 11 at the time, went for a walk down the road. Their road goes on for about a mile, and it's right next to an historical memorial. Now, I can't remember the name of it. It's something about a person who died in a plane crash here. I just don't know. A little after the memorial, if you walk further down the paved road, it stops right at a do not trespass sign, and it turns into a dirt road. my older family members would always joke around, and they used to say that's where the Jersey Devil used to live. And I do have some family members who claim to have seen it before as well, in that same area. But what happened to me is a little different. So, we were sitting directly in front of the memorial. Across from it was a blueberry farm. We sat in the road in a circle, well, not in the road, but and held hands and just did what kids do when they don't really believe what anyone says about ghosts. Minnie says, if there are any spirits with us now, please show yourself. And after about 5 minutes of literally nothing, we got up and laughed at how dumb we sounded. I started walking back to the house because the sun was starting to set and the gnats were eating me alive. I didn't think anything of it. I was probably about 15 to 20 feet ahead of my cousins. I didn't know this at the time, but apparently my cousin Minnie said, if there's anything out here, haunt Chrissy tonight. So fast forward now till about 12 a.m. and I'm getting ready to go to sleep, and I prop my phone up on top of a dresser before laying down on a makeshift bed on the floor. You know how it goes at kids' parties, kids' birthday parties. The adults really party, and all the kids are stuck in one room and it's too late to drive home. Anyway, I fell asleep. Out of nowhere, it felt like something slapped me. And I woke up thinking, what the heck was that? That was so rude. So I just kind of nodded fascia to the right of me, then I lay back down. I noticed across the hall in my older cousin Sarah's room, there was a fluorescent glow. It was illuminating the whole room. I honestly thought she'd left the TV on the auxiliary channel. So I turned on my left to face Minnie. I tried going back to sleep. It felt like maybe 5 minutes passed, and I had the sudden urge to open my eyes. This time, in the doorway of the other room, saw the silhouette of a little girl with dress on and long hair that hid just at the bones of the wrists. Again, not thinking anything of it, I thought maybe Sarah is getting something to drink. No. I rolled over on my back and closed my eyes again, and yet it felt like another 5 minutes passed by. I opened my eyes once more, and this time this thing, whoever or whatever, was right at the edge of Minnie's feet, looking down on me. I still couldn't see anything besides the glow of the other room and this black shadow person thing. So I rolled over next to Fascia again, pretending to be asleep, to hope and pray that whatever this thing was would just go away. Maybe a minute or two later, I felt cold, icy breath on my neck, a slow and long sigh in my ear, and that was enough. I screamed and I shouted for somebody to turn on them damn lights. Wake the hell up, I was screaming at the top of my lungs, and as soon as someone turned the lights on, I just started crying uncontrollably. Well, that was 10 years ago. I'm 23 now, and I still sleep with a nightlight on, because honestly, that really happened to me. See, like we said earlier, it's all well and good just reading them out, but can you imagine that happening to you? Now, these few, if I remember rightly, I've got them in order. They are from the hospital, and this one says they are short, but this one title is "The Scene Was a Bloodbath." I was working my regular 7 to 7 night shift in a bone marrow transplant unit with one other nurse. We had 5 patients, and it was about 3:30 a.m. See, there's that 3:30 again. My co-worker had just come out of room 4, and I startled her as she came around the corner. She had been emptying a urinal when the bathroom door had closed on her, which of course freaked her out, and she spilt urine on herself. But there we are, I digress there. She proceeded to tell me that there was a young gentleman who had been in that room who had died a rather gruesome death. Evidently, this man was penciled in to go home, but one night around 4, the nurses heard a thump, the sound of someone falling, and they rushed into the room, and this man was in the bathroom. The central line was out, and there was blood everywhere. They tried to get him back. They coded him, but he died right there in the bathroom. No one is sure why he pulled out his line or what happened, but evidently the scene was like a bloodbath. Horrible, horrible sight to see. Now, here comes the scary part. A few weeks later, a sweet little old lady is in that room and asked the nurse if somebody had died there. The nurse explained that, listen, this is a hospital and it was likely that somebody could well have died in there. Well, the lady says, I think a young guy died in here. The nurse asks why. The lady responds, because he's talking to me right now. Okay, I'm not making this up. This lady has a central line, triple lumen. The nurse goes in there later and there is blood everywhere. One of her lines is cut, not pulled out, but cut. There are no scissors in the room. And the lady said, he did it. He did it. And then she died. Right, here we are. It's another little story like this, short and sweet. This is a good one again, they say. And this is about the caller. We had a patient with chronic lung disease. It's always on the call button. Hated being on fuel restrictions. You know the type. The nurses have to take turns doing the night shift or any shift, answering the call button so the primary can actually do other work. He was calling them all the time. This was frequent because he was very chronic, very borderline, and the hospital was the only place he wouldn't fluid overload because he was told at one stage, fluid is good for you. But he overloaded on it so many times, he became, what's the right word here, addicted to the fluid. Well, I was working 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. and he died about 8 p.m. Oh, the look on his face was like, how could you let me die? That's what it seemed like to me. Like it was our fault. Anyway, the family came and he was gone by 9 p.m. Funeral home gone at 9:30. Now 10 p.m. the call button starts going off. He's calling us. I was there. The call button was going off every 5 minutes. One of the nurses was a very spiritual girl. At about 2 a.m., like after 4 hours of this nurse Mary, she snapped and she just shouted, enough! She walked down to the room and practically screams into the empty room. Mr. X, you have died. You can't be in here bothering us anymore. Move along. In the name of Jesus, I'm exorcising you from this plane of existence. Go to the light and be happy. And I kid you not, the call button stopped going off there and then. Never went again that night. Here we are. And that's, you have so many stories of ghosts in the hospitals. It's crazy. Right. Now this one, very sad as well as scary. This nurse, I've said, this is the best I've heard. It's from another nurse who said that one night she was like a floating nurse, you know, where would go into this ward and that ward onto the other ward. Well, this one night she was floated to oncology at the hospital she used to work at. She was given a patient who was passing away and had been unconscious for several days. Remit for that night was, be prepared, this woman will die tonight. At one point in the night, the nurse went to the room and the patient was at the top of the bed and looked at her and said, please don't let him take me. The nurse was freaked out and asked her who was going to take her, and she just said, "That black thing up there," and pointed up into the air. The patient died within 4 minutes. Now, that's the story over, but can you imagine being that nurse? That must have been horrifying. Right, we do have two more. And this one's called, I've heard of this before, but you normally do it in the house where they die, but this is called Out of the Window. I was working on the night shift when a call light goes off for room 130. For all I know, this room has no one in it. So I looked up, there was nothing there, so I cancelled the light from the desk, but it wouldn't cancel. Well, there must be somebody in it. So I walked down to the room just to check. Upon entering the room, I heard a smudging sound on the window, like something or someone was trying to get out. Knowing what might be happening, because I had heard of this before, I took up all the courage I could and I took a deep breath. I put the lights on and walked to the window and opened it. Then I felt weird because a soft breeze went by and flew by me, then out the window. I later found out that the patient had died during the morning, and apparently the nurses before my shift didn't open the windows. Weird as it may sound, but when somebody passes away, you let them go and you open the room's windows. Now, I have heard of this before, that normally on the day that they die, even if they die somewhere else, you would open the main door of the house, then you would open windows, and then the secondary door if you have one to that house, just to let the spirit fly away and leave your house. But there we are, that happened to this nurse. Right. Well, I actually haven't read this one yet because it came very late. So I'll just get on and read it. So I hope it's not too rude or anything like that, but here goes. A few years ago, me and my ex-partner lived in this old house in the UK, which had been turned into flats. I didn't go and see the place, so I just moved in. Everything looked fine until I went to the bathroom. There was a cupboard. Something about it just give off bad vibes, so I put the hairband round the handles because it wouldn't close. I know what you mean, yeah. The next day I went to the bathroom for a shower. There was glass shower, there was no hiding. And the cupboard faced the shower the way the shower was that your back would face the cupboard. As soon as I got in, I could feel somebody watching me. From that day, whoever went in the bathroom would rush out because they had the same feeling. Even my ex, who doesn't believe in ghosts. A week goes by and I just have to come in for my course. I have stairs. I have to go up to my living space. As I'm walking up the stairs, I smell old beer. I was home alone, as my ex was at work. Pushing the smell to one side, I put my stuff down and go for a shower. In the shower, I face my door, as I won't have my back facing the cupboard. But something was off. I didn't feel like someone was watching me. A few minutes go by and I hear heavy footsteps coming up to my bathroom door. Bearing in mind, no one was at home with me. This was in the daytime. My ex would be back about 7 p.m. Then when they stepped right outside my door, I looked down, as you could see, a good bit underneath my door, and I had the hall light on. I saw shadow feet under my door, like somebody was standing on the other side, just facing the door. I wouldn't get out. Something about this black shadow just told me not to. From that day, if it wasn't standing outside my door, it was watching me from the cupboard. I had other things happen there, but that is for another time. Right. Apologies for that last story, because I normally go through them and I go through the punctuation and everything. I think I got lost on that one a bit, but anyway, so I think we've had a good night of the ghost stories tonight. We had a few of them quite scary, guy.
Yeah, very scary. The one with when people pass away. What I found is that when I used to deliver drugs and all that to nursing homes, you'd have people would pass away, but there'd be a glow in the bedroom, as if the spirit was still there. You know, really weird.
Yeah.
And all the nurses that work in nursing homes, if you ask them, you know, when people die in a room, is it a glow there? And they all say the same thing. They all say yes. It's weird.
Yeah, so, I heard that before. That you know, like they used to do it years ago. Somebody should always stay behind. You know, like a funeral.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody should always stay behind to make sure that the spirit goes with everybody down to, and you know, goes down there with them. You know, make sure that it doesn't stay in the house. I've heard that one as well. You know, but all them are from supposedly true. But like I said before, all we can do is read them out. You know.
Yeah, that's all we can do.
Like I say, apologize. I shouldn't have read that last one out because I always got to proofread them first, and didn't work. I don't think that last one worked. I think they've left all the punctuation out of it. You know.
I don't want to. You get so many. You can't be perfect at all of them, John. But
no.
You're very good. You're very good. So
there we are.
We'll say good night to everyone. Thank you for watching and
good
listening.
Night, everybody.
And don't forget, now we got scratch cards again. It's my turn to pick some scratch cards up next week. And we'll pick up 5 scratch cards. And we'll find some worthy contestants amongst you all. We'll have to get some Janet and Jane questions. You know, remember their books, Janet and Jane?
Yeah. Janet and Jane questions, yeah. Or there might be a book there, questions for imbeciles. Perhaps that might be a good one.
That'll do it. Questions for imbeciles or people that are just, well, they don't do much. I don't know. Well, there's the viewing figures dropping off there, but we don't care. Not many watch anyway.
Press the like button.
Press the like button. Thumbs up. We'll see you all next week. God bless you all.
Bye-bye. Everybody stay safe.